We start tonight with a story affecting many on our campus. MSU grad Sarah Cottle was killed in a crash on Kentucky 32 Saturday night after leaving the MSU Spring Gala.
This car was hit head-on when a driver going in the opposite direction crossed into the median and into the opposite flow of traffic. Cottle, who was just 23 years old, died at the scene. NewsCenter's Alexis Matthews joins us now. And Alexis, this tragedy has really shaken up a lot of people who saw her less than an hour just before.
Yeah, Jacob, it's a very sad story. Many who knew Cottle said she was full of life and always walking around singing. Now that life has been taken way too soon.
Cottle was in Moorhead Saturday night to attend Moorhead State's annual Spring Gala for the first time as an alum. Student and friend Haley Clay had seen her that night, something she says is a surreal thing to think about.
I woke up at 7 o'clock and her accident had occurred, somewhere just right after midnight. And the last time that I saw her, I looked at my phone and it was, almost 12 o'clock on the dot. So, it's almost like I kind of got to say goodbye without knowing that I was really saying goodbye. From the very first day that I was a student here, she, had her arms wide open, and she was one of those people who accepted everybody. And so coming in as a young person and not really knowing where I belong, she was that person that really made you feel accepted, especially as a freshman and coming into a department I knew nothing about.
Clay says they spent a lot of time together, including performing and touring, and that she's thankful for that time.
I think, looking back on it now, I guess I kind of took the time for granted that I have with her in a rehearsal or, doing a performance, because obviously that time is very special to me now that she's gone.
Cottle was a member of sorority Gamma Phi Beta. On-campus advisor Steve Middleton knew her through events and says she was always enthusiastic and happy.
She had a very contagious smile, and you've heard the old saying, someone could light a room up with her smile. She definitely could, and she always seemed very optimistic and very happy, and I could always remember her smile. When I found out about the accident Sunday morning, I thought about her smile. So I think it's one thing she's going to for sure be remembered for.
Last night, a portion of the MSU Jazz Vocal Concert was dedicated to Cottle, and Gamma Phi Beta held a candlelight vigil in her honor.
She was pretty much like the best person that I've ever met in my entire life, and if you ever met her, you could pretty much just tell that the second that you met her.
Investigators say the driver of the other car, Sabra McCarty, and a passenger were taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Investigators blame alcohol, rain, and poor visibility for causing the crash. And Jacob, we're told criminal charges could be filed in the incident.
It's such a sad story. Thank you, Alexis. Cottle was laid to rest yesterday in her hometown of Owensville, Kentucky.